be up here tonight is Pat Kenny's best man, and Pat and I go a long way back. We met, actually, this is crazy, 1975, actually October of 1975, as freshmen at LaSalle High School. Sorry, you prep guys. But I don't want to go any further with our basketball careers because I could get ugly real fast. But it's crazy how things have come full circle. Tara and I got married in this exact same venue at Manufacturers almost 30 years ago. And Pat was my best man that evening. So it just gives you a little bit about our friendship and how far it goes back, 75, 30 years ago, my best man. So I'll get back to that in a second. But anyhow, I just want to say when I first met Karen, and Pat and Karen, I think the timeline was, they went out to dinner on a Friday night. I don't know what they did Saturday, but on Sunday they went down to Valley Green for a walk. And Pat either texted me or called me, and he said, I want you and Tara to meet Karen. So I said, awesome, come on over. So Pat came over a couple hours later, and Karen obviously walked in first, and she was beaming. And she was smiling like she always does, and her smile can just light up a room. And Pat followed right behind her, and he was beaming. And I was like, you know what? There could be something special here. And here we are tonight, 4.5 years later, at their wedding, which is amazing. Which leads me to Cestari family. Now that he's officially part of the family, this is what you better be ready for on Sunday. He calls me about noon every Sunday and says, yo dude, I think I might come over for dinner. And I said, okay. I said, yeah, well, Tara, we go shopping every Sunday afternoon or whatever. He usually goes, well, what are you having? And I'm like, what are we having? I don't know. I just told you we're going shopping. I don't know yet. So then he'll go, well, I could go for a little chicken parm, Caesar salad, maybe some garlic bread. And I'm like, okay. So then he goes, I'll text you when I'm on my way. Okay, so then Tara will walk in the room, and she'll go, who was that? I'll go, who do you think? She goes, Pat? Yeah, it was Pat. She goes, okay, well, what's he want? And I'm like, seriously, you're just going to go whatever he wants? And all she goes to go food shopping. So the moral of the story is, Cestari's, and I think Susan and Charlie, you're first up. You know, and Charlie, you talked about this a little last night. He'll call, and the moral of the story is he'll invite himself, tell you what he wants, and then he'll tell you what time he's coming. But anyhow, so Pat Kenny, the man. Pat and I have been close for a lot of years, and he's a special guy. And I think that he's probably touched a lot of people in this room, and if he hasn't, he will. He's a very faithful guy. He's as loyal as a friend you'll ever meet. I call him my best friend. A lot of people at our age might say best friend. That's a little silly to say best friend, but when I mean best friend, he's a best friend. But the thing is, in this room alone, you got Phil Gallagher, Austin Meehan, John Mahala, Chris McPeak, his brothers, Tommy, Brian, George, Jamie Monroe. All these people will call Pat Kenny a best friend. That's pretty special. I mean, the guy is just there for you with a phone call, generosity, everything. It's pretty nice. Mr. and Mrs. Cestari, let me just tell you, your daughter is in really, really good shape with Pat Kenny. This guy. And the girls, Kira, Kayla, and my goddaughter, Corinne. You guys, I know there's been some ups and downs. Your dad doing 2 jobs over the last 8 years, but what you 3 have become academically, athletically, I mean, 3 college scholarship athletes at D1 universities. Socially, they're killing it. These girls are killing it. With that, I just want to tell Pat and Karen I love you guys very much. Have a blast in Bermuda. And with that, just raise your glasses for health and happiness and the rest of the
Excuse me, everyone. We have something to say. We would like to speak. Our turn. But hi, everyone. I hope everyone is having an amazing time so far. That was an absolutely beautiful ceremony. Karen, you look amazing. Dad, you look beautiful as well. So let's give another round of applause for the bride and groom. And I have to give a shout out. Let's give a round of applause for my Uncle Neil, the best man! Stand up if you can! Talk about a guy who has been with my dad through it absolutely all. These two have the most hilarious stories. If you were there a couple hours ago, someone forgot the rings. So we had a runaway groom for a couple seconds. Sorry, Dad, I had to. You know? They were in the car, but what are you gonna do? But Uncle Neil, not sure how we are going to follow that speech up. You're absolutely amazing. You always put a smile on our dad's face. We love you, Aunt Tara, and your girls. They're our best friends. Otherwise, we also have to give a shout out to my Uncle Neil because he will be requesting the fireball shots later. So, bartender, I hope you are stocked up because that is this man's absolute favorite. So, otherwise, here we go. Everyone's gonna get a fireball shot later, so fire them up. But anyway, just for those of you who we haven't met today, we are Pat's daughters. My name is Kayla. This is my older sister, Kira, and Corinne. And it was extremely important for us to come up here and say something today for Dad. Kira's whispering. If you didn't hear that, keep it together. I have a couple more, I have a minute to get through, so I know. But anyway, there's one song that actually really came to mind today, and for those of you in the audience, you might know this song. It's I Hope You Dance by Liam Womack. And for those of you that know that song, get that tune going in your head. And for those of you that don't, I will say a few of the lyrics. And I won't sing them because, unfortunately, I was not blessed with my dad's beautiful singing voice. And that is a complete joke because whether you are screaming the Grateful Dead in the car or trying to show up everyone at church, you are entirely too tone deaf. And Aunt Liz has you beat at the church part because she will show up everyone. But anyway, it goes a little something like this. And we're gonna make you guys play it, but we didn't know if you could pick it up that quick. It goes a little something like this, and it's a beautiful song, and it was our mom's favorite. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. And as some of you guys know, gymnastics is a pretty hilarious sport. Lots of cheering, lots of pep. Yeji dub! We had to say that to our teammates in the locker room while we're lifting. If you could imagine, it's embarrassing. But then, Kayla made it easy. She was my dad's favorite. If you guys don't know, she was my dad's favorite. Made it easy on him, and she was just a quick drive to Villanova. Really easy. Field hockey in the stands, 30 minutes. That's good. But our little baby Corinne, she was all the way up in Providence, 6-hour drive, sometimes plus. And my dad would go up and back in the same day. A little crazy. That's crazy if you ask me. Too much. But without a doubt, my dad was in the stands no matter what. Sometimes, and I actually mean a lot of the time, everybody knows, I'm sure they've been at Kayla or Corinne's field hockey games. He is a little too loud, giving the coaches a serious run for their goddamn money. Corinne's got pulled aside a few times because my dad was screaming, over-coaching the Providence field hockey team. Not just yelling at Corinne, yelling at the rest of the girls. The parents were like, who the F is this guy? It is the truth. But regardless, my dad is the best. He really is with us through all the advice. He really knows what to say in any sort of situation. So, we get a text every single morning from my dad, and it's one of two texts. One, good morning, girls. I have this beautiful prayer for you. It's really great. Take a read. Keep the faith. Love you, Dad. Green heart emoji, green shamrock. Beautiful, it's beautiful. We love it. It's amazing. Or the second text. Oh no. Hey, who has negative $200 in their bank account? Not a good text to get in the morning. Not a good text. It's a serious day ruiner. It is a day ruiner. It gets us every time. Every time. Needless to say, we would prefer that first text. So, whether it's school, work, life, my dad is really always there for us. He never lets us sit out, ever, ever. He makes sure that we dance every single day, and for that we are truly, truly forever grateful. And I know that my mom really is as well. So, to Karen, my dad, Mr. and Mrs. Sesteri, sorry, I couldn't find you earlier, I don't know where you're sitting. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Sesteri, the Weeks family, the Huffspier family, we really, really appreciate you guys just welcoming us with open arms, and we are forever, ever grateful. And to the Kennys and all of our families and all of our family and friends, these past 8 years have really been a whirlwind, and I don't know where all 4 of us would be without you guys. We really appreciate that everything that you guys have done. Sorry. So thank you all. We really, really love you guys. Corinne was supposed to have this last part, but she's a goddamn mess. So Dad and Karen, it is your turn to dance today. We hope you dance all night tonight, into tomorrow, and wherever life takes us. We are so happy for you, and we cannot believe that this is happening. This is amazing, and we are so excited where life takes us. So everyone, please hold up a glass to my dad and Karen. We are so happy for you guys and
Thank
cheers.
you for being here for this great celebration. You know, we were blessed in our family. This wedding was terrific. It was a terrific wedding. But our family was blessed to have our sweet daughter, Karen Louise, as part of our family. She always has been a kind, sweet, outgoing girl, athletic, and just a terrific addition to our family. And then she met this young man over there, or this man, excuse me. A young man, outgoing, friendly, convivial. This guy, right from the start, has been all of those things. Athletic also, and a man of deep spirit, which I really appreciate. So it's wonderful to see the two of them together. Before I proceed with more about them, I have to tell you about this wedding and what preceded it. Many of you may know, after 9/11, President Bush went to Yankee Stadium to throw out the first pitch. I don't know any baseball fans here. To show the terrorists that we wouldn't be cowed. Right before he went out, Derek Jeter, a nice guy, said, "Prez, don't throw it in the dirt." You know, that's to psych a guy out. Well, yesterday, a couple of days ago, I went to my gym and I told Scott, my coach, young guy, he's 20, "Scott, the wedding is this Saturday." And he said, "You're walking your daughter down the aisle?" I said, "Yes, Scott, I am." He said, "Don't trip." Fortunately, I didn't trip. We were very fortunate. There's my teammate over there. Anyhow, we were very fortunate to be part of this romance. That doesn't always happen in life. And because we have a communication system in our family. We got a lot of girls in the family. And things go at speed of light, which I don't hear much, but I did hear this: "Dad, I'm dating this really nice man." And I said, "What's his name?" "Kenny." "Kenny?" I said, "I in my youth was Kenny. Your brother was Kenny. Now we have another Kenny." He says, "No, it's Kenny with an E-Y, and that's his last name." I said, "Well, that'll have to do." And I only wish that his first name had a bunch of vowels to, you know, keep this hysteria Italian thing going. But as things progressed, we knew this was right. The first thing was a birthday party at our house with a bunch of friends and relatives, and Karen and Pat were there. And Pat jumped right in without asking. He was the social chairman and bartender. And everybody's glass was filled. And blah, blah, blah. It's terrific. And then I also had a fraternity party with my fraternity brothers were over there in that far corner. And also Pat and Karen were the same thing. And it was wonderful because a bunch of the ladies came up to me and said, "Ken," and to Jenny, "This is perfect. These two guys, Karen and Pat, this is it. Beautiful romance." I said, "I hope so." And then the guys, my friends came out and said, "Ken, this guy is keeping us well lubricated." Our glasses are never empty. So my statement was, and then the ultimate compliment from a bunch of guys is, "He's a good guy." You know, that's what any man likes to hear. He's a good guy. And then after that, we saw the two of them get together for a long time, you know, as they developed this beautiful romance with Pat's family, our family, friends, you know, and friends on both sides. They did a lot of good things. Bike riding, running, swimming, going to events. It was the right thing. And through it all, everything positive, upbeat, never anything of a negative nature. So it was wonderful to watch, and we really loved it to see that. Even the bike riding, because I warned him, don't ride with Karen. I went with her to French Creek State Park once, and she almost killed me. She rode up the hills and I had to walk my bike. Anyway, but then all of a sudden after this, and over these years I would talk to Ginny, I said, when is Pat gonna pop the word, Ginny? Then all of a sudden, last October, I got a call from Pat, Mr. C, because that's my name. Mr. C, I want to take you out to celebrate your birthday. We'll go to McGurk's. So I said to Ginny, what is it? What's going on? And he wants to take me to McGurk's to celebrate my birthday. Anyhow, we went to McGurk's, and after a couple of cold beers, you know, we discussed football, the Eagles, and basketball, and politics, and all the good things in life. Then all of a sudden, Mr. C, I'd like to ask you for your daughter's hand in marriage. I was really pleased to hear that, and I told Pat, what took you so long? But I was pleased because we had seen this romance develop. And it was the right thing. People with the same values, the same humor, and nothing of a negative nature to it. So it was a wonderful thing to see, and of course I said yes. And another thing, I really appreciate, Pat, if I never told you, the fact that you did ask me for my daughter's hand. So whatever this happens in life, any father loves to have that, and it shows character of the man and gentlemanly conduct. I appreciate it very much. So here we are, and over the last couple of months we went through the getting ready for the marriage while I sat on the sofa and all kinds of things went on. Dresses and everything. And anyhow, and the final day arrived, which was wonderful to have this wedding ceremony. And I just wanted to compliment, say words, I can't mention everybody here, but a few people that I'd like to mention. First of all, Father Steve's who conducted the service, over there somewhere. A good friend, a man of deep faith. By the way, he was a champion gymnast in his youth. A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army as a chaplain. And a wonderful person, and his wife, Deborah, is with him today. Some other people, Pat brought to these marriage, these three wonderful girls that talked here earlier. It was terrific. I did mark down all the negative things, girls. In case he gets out of line, I know. And Kira, Kayla, and Corinne, three lovely, nice girls. All college graduates, all great college athletes, and so nice to have them as part of the family. And as you may know, now we've added these three girls. We'll have 14 girls and 5 guys. It's a tremendous ratio for us. It's great. So I love that name, Kira, Kayla, and Corinne. It's like a girls' song and dance team, or in baseball, a double play combination. Kira, Kayla, and Corinne. Anyway, that's baseball. That's something I like. Anyway, so that was it. And the other people I'd like to mention without names is all the entire Kenny family, a terrific family, which we've gotten to know. People with substance and real nice feeling. We've really enjoyed it, as has Karen. Thank you very much. Great to have you here. We're not family, but when I was in college, I met a bunch of people when I was a freshman at that great institution in Lewisburg. You all know it, the penitentiary, Lewisburg Penitentiary. That's actually Bucknell University. They're my relatives, but they might as well be. We have a terrific bond, and one of my friends is from my 7th grade in high school on Long Island. We were great teammates in football, baseball, and wrestling. He's here too. So then my family, of course, I was very fortunate to marry Jenny. I met this beautiful blue-eyed girl in 1958. I was introduced to her, and I was smitten right away. And then I met their family, her mother and father, Charles and Jean, really nice people. Brother Jim, who's no longer with us, unfortunately. Brother Charlie. But Jim's wife, Evelyn, and Dr. Jim and Kathy are here. Charlie and Peggy. Not only are they great family members, but they're terrific friends. And then my family, which I've been extremely fortunate to have, Jenny, and all the things that go with marriage that are so great, and our kids, Ken, Linda, Karen, Susan, their spouses, and our 6 granddaughters. It's been wonderful. And I just to wrap up by saying, some of you may know, I went to Israel in May on a religious pilgrimage. Israel, the Holy Land. And it was a tremendous experience for me. And one of the parts of that experience was going into Galilee. In the service today, I don't know if you heard, but Christ went to a wedding ceremony in Cana of Galilee. So it's the ceremony where water was turned into wine. After that experience, I thought about my experience in Israel, the Holy Land. And I thought about weddings, because Karen and Pat were getting married shortly. And I pondered about my own marriage. I was extremely fortunate to marry Jenny in 1962, so it's been 57 years with John. But all the things that were mentioned today, companionship, sharing everything, ups and downs, and all the things that happen in life, children, grandchildren, our 6 granddaughters are a tremendous addition to our family, and now are the spouses of our children. It was, and I realized how important it really is. It just struck me after being there how important. Marriage is the greatest thing for society, for the 2 people, for the families. So it's here, it's now, and it's for Karen and Pat. They are now to enjoy all these good things. It's something they ought to have, something they can have, and something they will have. I want to wish them the absolute best as they go on this voyage, and it's time to celebrate.